Are you saying for a fact that Ifeanyi Ararume, as a candidate of Imo State gubernatorial election, was produced on the basis of highest bidder and not credibility?
I don't know how he emerged. I can tell you.
As simple as that.
I don't know how. I told I wasn't in Imo. I never went to Imo in that 2019. I never went to Imo, so I can't say what I don't know.
I wish you guys luck when it comes to Imo State.
Absolutely,
because
I know.
Because we all remembered what APGA did for Rochas. Strongly. Ndimo spoke with one voice.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden there was a...
We will get to that. One day we will go to them and preach to them that we can replicate, because everything depends on the character of the candidates that you have. It's very important. The character of the candidate that you... Today, there are so many persons who have vindicated interest. Oh, they want to vie for Imo governorship. We are looking for someone with character.
The character can carry...
Very important.
The weight of the ticket.
Because we need someone that if he goes there, he implements the ideology of APGA in the interest of Ndimo.
Not just a vehicle to get there.
Absolutely, not just a vehicle.
To get to power. Absolutely. And then before you know it, they defect.
That's the problem.
Then I watch our party. Politics, because Anime take here as events took place. 2023.
Yeah.
Was Emeka Njoko a chairman of APGA National at a time?
No, we've gone past that stage. He was never. And the Supreme Court has confirmed that. It's simple. I don't want to, go into the whole history, the journey to bring in Kudu and all whatnot. The fact remains, some persons claim, let me even make this point, some persons claim that part of the reason why he started laying claim was as a result of what happened in 2019 in Imo. That claim has, yes, because he's from Imo State. And I know that then he was actively supporting one of the aspirants. Some people claim that the leadership crisis we had then was orchestrated, artificially created as a means of getting back at the leadership of the party for what happened in Imo. Like I said, all these things are allegations. I wasn't in Imo. I'm not a member of Imo chapter of the party. I wasn't in Imo during that period. I don't know anything that happened. That's the simple thing. So at the end of the whole shenanigans, the whole impasse, the Supreme Court has affirmed me as the duly elected and has stated this thing that Ezeokenwa was never the national chairman. Let me shock you. Are you aware that barely 1 month after this decision by the Supreme Court, he ran into another political party and started laying claim to the national chairmanship?
When did he not become a member when he was still trying to fight for APGA?
That's in fact, everything, the national chairman of that party incidentally is my friend Christine Edobi, who is equally from Imo State. In fact, every process he's filing in that matter is the processes he got from APGA to show that this man, as at 26th of November, was claiming to be the national chairman of APGA. 27th of November, Supreme Court delivered judgment. And by middle of December, he's now claiming to be the national chairman of NRM. That tells you the character of the person you're talking about. As I don't want to expend the necessary energy.
And one of the criteria is NDIGBO not national chairman of the party, or he has 2 years to live.
For me, the truth is, I don't know what the problem, but I think it speaks more about the character of the man in question. But I don't want to go into that.
I agree. Dalo APGA now, national APGA or party NDIGBO. Kefe eji akpolo APGA party NDIGBO, and then anogide as no onya than one there. APGA or party NDIGBO to start with. Go ahead.
I will answer that question. I will say yes and no. Yes, in the sense that if you go to the history of the party, remember, that was one of the first points I made when I started. APGA was a product of a clarion call for emancipation of NDIGBO.
And to give them a voice.
To give them a voice in the polity of our nation. 2002, 2003, under the administration of then President Olusegun Obasanjo, that some persons felt that we didn't really have a say. this fact has equally been made to me by very critical stakeholders in our politics, including bishops, who said then, because for them, they say the apex of the whole thing was the late Ezeokenwa administration, where it seemed as if whatever we did here, people would just go to Abuja, you understand, and decide. So it was as if Abuja was deciding who would be the governor or senator or House of Rest member or House of Assembly member in Anambra. And so some persons felt that that was an unacceptable situation, because ascension to public office should be through popular election and not through nomination or appointment by the power brokers in Abuja. And so they said, okay, you know what? Why don't we form a political party that we can call our own, whose leadership are our people, through the instrumentality of which we can get our people into office, more like taking our destiny into our hands. That was how the then national chairman, Chief Chekwas Okorie, and other Igbo people came together. Remember I told you they wanted to form the old APGA,
yes,
United Progressive Grand Alliance.
Yes.
INEC refused, they now formed APGA. They changed United to All.
All.
And so to that extent, you can say, yes, APGA is an Igbo party, because that was the original intention of the founding fathers of the party, to make it a voice for Igbo. And that's how the motto came about: be your brothers and sisters keeper. That's direct translation. But ordinarily, it is Onyaga na Nwanne, leave no one behind. Gidi Gidi Bugweze said we can achieve so many things together. And like the governor of Anambra State will always say, because I always make allusion to so many of the immutable quotes that the governor will always use. He said, a system is as strong as the weakest link. So if you want to know how strong a system is, look at the weakest. How does that system take care of the weakest person in that system? That tells you how strong. You don't look at the powerful. You look at the weakest person and see how strong that shows you how strong that system is. And that is what APGA as a political party tries to enthrone in governance. But along the line, remember, a political party must be national in character. You can't be regional. Ideologically, you may be driven by regional consideration, but you must have a national outlook.
Appeal.
Yes, you must have a national headquarters, and you must have offices in all the states. Yes, you must have state chapters. Today in APGA, we have 36 state chapters. We have the APGA Zamfara state chapter. We have the APGA Kaduna state chapter. We have a state chairman in Zamfara. Functioning. I just finished a meeting with them just last Thursday in Abuja. Yes. So it must be national in outlook. Even though it maintains that regional appeal, it must be national in outlook. Now, when I came on board, and I will have to just speak about this, when it was very obvious that the leaders of the party had decided to throw up a young person like me as national chairman, I developed a manifesto, which I called the Drive APGA Manifesto. The drive that drive is more like an acronym from the word drive, D-R-I-V. And that acronym more or less encapsulates what our vision is for APGA. Drawing from so many issues the party has had in the past, including one of the things you alluded to, about the Imo State primaries debacle in 2019. So I'm going to just say what that drive stands for. D stands for discipline. Just like I said, some of the persons who the party entrusted the responsibility of performing certain critical functions, from the allegations we saw, derailed along the line and did something else. Extorted money from aspirants And so, the only thing that can lead to that is a situation of indiscipline. Because everybody who is a party member knows the code of conduct of all party members as contained in the constitution of APGA. And so it's not as if anybody who is a member should arm himself with the constitution of the party. That's like the basic life book for every member of the party. And so we felt that was a product of indiscipline. And one of the things we needed to do was to take care of, because another issue or challenge we saw is a place where you have 3 or 4 aspirants contesting for primaries. One person picks the ticket. Ordinarily, there should be dignity or magnanimity in victory or in loss. If you lose an election or a primary election, you should honorably concede defeat and support
the person that.
But we now find out that when people lose the election, they go and sabotage the election and make sure that the party's candidate eventually loses the election. That can only happen as a result of gross indiscipline. And so we felt that the key to maintaining unity and cohesion in the party is entrenching discipline. When you see people, there is a result of an election or a primaries, and someone stays somewhere in the comfort of his office and changes the result of or alters the result of the primary election, that can only come from a place of indiscipline. And so we aggregated all these problems and we felt, no, the primary thing is discipline. Today, like I told you earlier, we just had the local government primary election for the forthcoming local government election.
Yes.
And in cases where there were reported infractions, the party addressed it. In places where the result of the election was subverted, the party returned the result of the original winner and actually disciplined people who committed those infractions. The next one is R. R stands for rebranding and repositioning. And that comes to your question about APGA being a regional party or a national party. Like I said, in going down memory lane, I told you how the party was formed. We now felt that no, the party has been in existence for about 24 years now. From 2002 to 2026, we've been 24 years.
Yes.
And we feel that we've grown. We were the foremost progressive party, the first party under the current, dispensation to be registered with the word progressive. So, like I said, so we felt that we needed to rebrand the party and reposition the party, no longer as a regional party, but a party that has a national outlook in such a way that we can equally partner with other progressives around the country. The most important thing is the enthronement of good governance. That's the most important thing. Then the other part of the rebranding is that we wanted to now make the party no longer a party for old men. Not that we don't have old men, because we need all manner of people in the party. We need the wisdom, the experience of people who are advanced in age and who are members of the party and who have seen it all.
Yes.
But the rebranding is now to make the party look youth-friendly in such a way that you can attract young people, both in leadership positions and in party positions.
Yes.
Then the I stands for inclusive leadership. And inclusive leadership is that leadership that serves and recognizes every strata, every organ, every level of leadership in the party, be it at the ward, at the local government, at the state, and at the national.
Yes.
Such a way that today, unlike what used to happen, if there is a congress at the ward level, at the national, we must sustain the outcome of that congress. So it's no longer a place where the ward people come together and probably take a decision. And because you feel, you are the national chairman, you have the ultimate say, you can change this. No. If there's any decision taken by the ward, our job is to lead. Because once the constitution gives them the powers to take that decision, our job is simply to implement their decision, not to substitute our choice for their own. Then V stands for visibility. Visibility is why we're here. Why people say that I'm the most media-friendly national chairman.
Yes, I said that.
Why you see me on various TVs, employ various media channels, the social media, and all whatnot to promote the party, to showcase what the party has done. And then finally, expansion. how we can expand APGA beyond the shores of the Southeast
Yes.
to get our brothers in other parts of the country. And so that's the full meaning of the word drive APGA agenda. So it's an agenda that we believe we can install discipline, reposition the party, provide inclusive leadership, make the party visible, and expand the party across the country.
Dalo.
Okay, Chuku. All the money you have been spending on Omowani and clubbing, if you have invested it in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited, all this loan app will not be pursuing you up and down. One, stop learning. Come and invest in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.